I thought conquering binge eating would feel exciting, but it actually felt really scary. And it was the weirdest thing because I remember feeling controlled by food, living on autopilot, like eating super healthy all day and coming home and going to town on the cookies, on the dates, the almond butter, the chocolate, the cookies. Like, I felt like I didn't have any control around food. And, the obsession, right? The constant food thoughts, the constant food noise inside of my mind. Like, should I be eating this? Do you really need another cookie? You said that you wanted to be healthier. You said you wanted to stick to whole foods. Like, why are you eating dried mangoes? You shouldn't be eating that. Like, the food noise was honestly just so loud. I felt so out of control with food. And I prayed that somebody would understand me. I prayed that somebody would understand and tell me that I wasn't crazy. Because I felt like I was the only person going through this. I felt like nobody else understood me. My therapist didn't understand me whatsoever. Nutritionist, dietitians, my doctor, my partner, obviously not, parents, because if you haven't actually gone through binge eating, like nobody understands, right? Like unless you've actually have lived experience with binge eating and you know what it's like, nobody is going to really understand it unless they've actually been through it. So I just prayed that somebody would actually understand me. I prayed that somebody would be like, you're not crazy. I prayed that somebody would just be like, you're not broken. You're not crazy. Like there's actually nothing wrong with you. And I found someone. And for the first time in my life, I actually felt seen. Okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not broken. There's other people going through this. There's other people who are also thinking about food 24/7, who feel hijacked by food, who kind of have their shit together in all areas of their life except for food. Okay, I'm not alone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I started implementing some of these tools. I started paying more attention to hunger and fullness cues. I stopped giving into my urges. And that was the most challenging thing for me because my urges felt so friggin' demanding and so strong. But I started to feel less impulsive. I started to have less food thoughts. And when most people would get excited, I got scared. This felt weird. It felt uncomfortable that I wasn't thinking about food as much. It felt uncomfortable that did I just leave food on my plate, but we're at a restaurant? Like, did I actually just leave it on my plate and I'm fine with that? Like, it started to feel strange. I remember there'd be so many times where I'd just be like, home alone. And that would be like a perfect opportunity to just binge, right? It was like this fun secret thing. And there would be moments where I would be alone and I had zero desire to binge. Like, it didn't even cross my mind. I'm like, I'm going to put on some music. I'm going to clean my house. I'm going to go to yoga class. I'm going to go for a walk. And although that was somewhat exciting, it felt strange and it kind of scared me a little bit because I had a thought. Do you really want to give this up? I had this thought, but who am I going to be without this? Binge eating was a part of my life for over 10 years. And so I couldn't really imagine life without that. It's like, well, what am I going to do in the evenings? What am I going to look forward to? I had a client and she's like, I hate it, but also like, it gives me so much joy. And for her, she struggles with nighttime eating. And she's like, it's the one part of my day that I actually look forward to. Like, I finally get home from work and I can just have she's from the UK. So she's like, I can have my crisps and I can just sit down and like watch TV and just eat my crisps. Like that's finally time to just unwind and relax. And like, I don't know if I want to give that up. And I was like, well, I get it. Like, this is the benefit of obviously working with somebody who's gone through this. And I was like, on my journey, I had those exact same thoughts. I thought to myself, like, why would I want to give this up? It is giving me pleasure. It is giving me joy. Like, there was nothing about like coming home after like a long day of work and just being able to just like chill the heck out and have something to look forward to. Like, yeah, I hated how it made me feel afterwards, especially the next day. It's like putting on leggings were like so uncomfortable the next morning, like hours after. But at the time, I was like, I like this. Yeah, I like it. I don't know if I want to give this up. Why would I want to give this up? There was like some secret weird joy feeling. And I felt so wrong to say these things out loud. Because I'm like, people are going to literally think I'm crazy. People are literally going to think I'm crazy. Like if people actually found out how much I loved binging and like hated it, but like loved it, they would think I'm crazy. And so I had so much shame around that. And, oh, your little pumpkin is so adorable. Thank you, Mickey. Yeah, he's 6 months. Time goes by so fast. It's absolutely crazy. So I felt so much shame around, like, I so badly wanted to find a solution, and I did. Like, I started learning tools to reprogram my brain. I started learning how I can stop giving into my urges. I started stopping when I was full. The food noise wasn't so loud, and that was amazing. And that was exciting, yes, but I was also scared. Like, but I want to keep doing this. Like, I don't know if I really want to let it go. And this is because I was so attached to this identity that I was this binge eater because I did it for 10 years of my life. And so I almost thought, like, I don't know who I'm going to be without this. Like, everything revolves around food. Like, you're going to a social event. Okay, well, then how are you going to eat the week before? You're putting on an outfit. Okay, well, what outfit are you going to wear? Because it depends on, like, how much you ate yesterday and if you're bloated. Like, there was so many things. Like, date night wasn't just date night. It was, you need to let me know what time we're going, where we're going, so I can plan, like, weeks in advance. You know? And so if I wasn't struggling with that, like, well, who is Lorna going to be if she's not this binge eater? Oh, what are you going to do in the evenings? Are you actually going to just chill? Are you actually going to relax? Like, that felt so foreign. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you just relax without food? Like, how do you do that? I actually like it. I look forward to it. So when you mean I can just relax without food, like, how? But I had this moment where I actually brought this up with my coach at the time in 2019. And I had this realization that I wasn't losing anything. I thought I would be losing something. Like, I'd be losing binge eating. Like, it's like my best friend, and then I'm losing it. And when you think about it like that, it feels like I don't want to let it go. Like, why would I want to let this best friend go? It's like, I like her. I want to stay around with her. Sometimes she's toxic. Sometimes she's annoying. But, like, I want to be best friends with her. But I realized I wasn't letting anything go. I was setting myself free. I was getting my life back. And when I saw it like that, I was like so much more excited for all of these wins. Hey, Shannon, I need help. I can't stop binging. Well, what is your question? How can I support you? What is your question? So I stopped seeing binge eating as something that I was losing, because when you think that you're losing something, why would you want to stop it? Why would you want to give it up? You don't want to stop being friends with that best friend. But instead, I was like, this thing is actually so toxic. Like, it feels good because I don't have other, joy in my life. And so when I actually get my life back and I'm present with my husband on date night and I'm laughing and I'm making memories and I feel so damn good on my own skin, I'm actually waking up full of energy, I'm not going to want to binge. And what ended up happening was I actually didn't even have the desire to binge anymore. Like, I told you, like, I'd be home alone, and that would be the perfect time to eat in secret because no one's here. Nobody's going to know how much I'm eating. And I would get the house to myself, and I'm like, you can go. You can go. Like, no one's here. You can go. Have your chocolate chip pancakes. Go. I didn't have the desire. And I realized this was the shift. Yes, of course, I've rewired my brain and my urges became less intense because every time you don't give into your urges, they become less intense, right? They stop firing. They stop feeling like you're like, I need to give in. It doesn't feel like this itchy mosquito bite anymore that needs to be scratched. It's just like, it's not there anymore. You don't feel this pull towards the pantry. So there was that, but also this identity piece. I stopped seeing it as like this scary thing that I was losing binge eating. And instead I recognized I'm getting my life back. Like I'm actually getting back to the real me, the Lorna, who's been like hidden by this identity of binge eating for so many years. Shannon says, I did a 12-week weight loss shoot and restricted so hard. How do I stop tracking calories? Well, the thing that really supported me with no longer tracking my calories was I recognized that that was the very thing that was causing me to binge. And so a lot of the times people think I'm so out of control with food, like I'm binging, so I have to control more. I have to track because I need to know exactly how much I'm eating because I feel so out of control. So I don't want to blow up like a balloon, so I have to track. But once you understand that is literally the thing that's causing these urges to fire, that's causing these urges to make you feel so impulsive, crazy, out of control with food, that really helped me release it because I'm like, I thought tracking was helping me. And then I recognized, no. This is actually why I'm binge eating. And so when you want to hold on to it, you have to recognize like, this is actually the thing that's causing me to binge, that's causing me to feel impulsive, that's causing me to have these urges. And so I got to rewire my brain to say, actually, tracking calories is making me binge. It's not making me have control. And some people do it step by step. I have a client that I worked with, and she, did things step by step. So she didn't track for like a meal. Then she didn't track for like a full day. Then it was like not tracking for a week. And then she would like maybe write down what she ate and kind of did things step by step. I had other clients who just cut it cold turkey. I personally cut it cold turkey. I was like, I deleted the app. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I did go back to it a few times, but I just did it cold turkey. Like I didn't not track for a day or a month or a week or a meal. For me, I was just like, this isn't serving me. Like I'm deleting my Fitness Pal, and I just did it cold turkey. But I think the biggest mindset piece is like, it's going to be messy. Like if you expect yourself to stop tracking and you expect yourself to be like so in control, like that's not going to happen because you haven't reconnected to your hunger and fullness cues yet, right? Like you obviously need to build up that trust, get back in tune with your hunger and fullness, because when you're tracking, you don't really have hunger and fullness cues because you're not asking your body, do I want more food? It's like, do I have any more macros left, right? So that would be my suggestion. But anyways, going back to my story, like, guys, the reason I'm sharing this about kind of feeling like terrified when things are going well with binge eating and like you're not having food thoughts and you're not binging, like it can feel terrifying because it's this new identity that you're stepping into. It's like you've tried so many things, maybe so many diets that felt like you were climbing up Mount Everest. And it was like hard and it was so much effort. And then when it comes to conquering binge eating, it's not about actually more effort. It's not about trying harder. It's not about white knuckling and willpower. And so that's what makes you feel crazy because you're not really putting in that same level of effort, especially when you do things correct with rewiring your brain. And it's like, but wait, how is this too good to be true? Like, I'm not even thinking about food and like, I'm not putting in as much effort as I was when I was dieting. So it can feel so backwards. It's like, no, but this is supposed to be hard. I remember I had a client and she was traveling to the cottage and she was like, things are feeling so good. Like I'm not thinking about food. I'm not even binging, but I feel like I need to be like working harder. Like, but am I doing it right? And I was like, yes, absolutely. When you rewire your brain, you guys, and you're changing the way that you're seeing foods, and you have tools to help you stop giving into your urges, and you learn how to actually reconnect to your hunger and fullness cues, like it shouldn't be this crazy hard thing. Like it actually gets to be really doable, obviously with the right tools. But when you're so used to like dieting and like pushing hard and like just white knuckling it and like don't even think about food. Come on, don't buy the trigger foods. Just don't have the cookie. It feels like you need to bring that into conquering binge eating. And I'm telling you guys right now, it's not about more effort. It's not about more push or more control. That's actually the thing that caused you to become impulsive with food in the first place. So this is a really good thing. You don't need more willpower. You don't need more control. In fact, you got to release your tight grip of control because that is the very thing that's making you impulsive with food. So this is the process that I use. Like this rewiring process, shifting my identity out of binge eating is the reason I'm 6 years binge free. I was terrified at first when things started to go well and my binge-free days started turning into, like I went like a month without binging and I'd be home alone and I had no desire to just go into the pantry even though I was allowed to. I would, throw on a bathing suit, and even when I didn't love what I saw, it didn't like ruin my day. I just like went to the pool party. And like that might seem so like basic, but that was a big ass deal for me. Like I didn't look at myself and be like, damn, like you look amazing. But I also wasn't like, you look like shit. Like I was just like, don't love it, but here we go. We're going to the social event. Like that was massive for me, and it felt so weird because I was like, normally I'd look at myself and be like, oh, your arms are too big. Oh, look at your stomach. And like things like this started happening. I would leave food on my plate. My husband and I would go out for dinner. And instead of cleaning my plate, like there would be pizza still left on my plate and I didn't finish it. Like, what the heck is actually happening? It felt so scary. It felt freeing, but scary at the same time. And I had these thoughts like, is it going to last? Is it just a fluke? Don't get too excited. Don't celebrate too much because it might not last. But it actually did last. Because I wasn't doing anything unrealistic like tracking, like keeping chocolate out of my house. I was focusing on rewiring my brain. I was practicing not giving into my urges, and my urges became less intense. I had literally no desire to binge. I would come home at night, and instead of like going crazy on like 25 dates and almond butter and then 5 cookies and a bunch of chocolate, I would just like relax. Like it was the craziest. I'd like cuddle up with my husband or go to bed early. Like I'm a grandma. I go to bed at like 8:30 and I would just like go to bed. But this wasn't like go to bed so that you don't eat. It was like I'm going to bed because I want to respect myself because I'm tired. That's a completely different thing. You see, there's an unrealistic way to do things where it's like, so that I don't eat, I'm going to go to bed. You don't want to do that. That's short term. Versus actually getting to a point where you want to go to bed. Like you're like, I'm tired. I want to listen to my body. And I don't even want food. Like I want sleep. I want rest. I want to take good care of myself so I can have energy the next day and wake up in the morning and have a good workout. So you guys, I've put together this rewire your brain to stop binge eating 30-day challenge. And I want to walk you through this process because it's changed my life. Like truly, I went from thinking I was broken, I was the exception. Like nobody is as crazy as you, Lorna. Like you're thinking about food 24/7. You're going through these out-of-body experiences on autopilot. Like I'm sorry, but this is something that you're going to have to struggle with for the rest of your life. I honestly thought I would be 90 years old, like still thinking about food. And after implementing this process, rewiring my brain, knowing how to stop giving into my urges, knowing how to actually reconnect to my hunger and fullness cues so I can actually stop eating when I'm full, the food noise started to vanish. My urges became less intense and I actually got my brain back. Like I wasn't thinking about food 24/7. I can go out to a restaurant with my husband and honestly, like the thing that I remember was the conversations that we had. Not like, did I eat the right amount? Should I have ordered something different? Like food wasn't at the forefront of my mind. I got my brain back. I got my life back. And you will all get to a point where you prayed for this and it actually becomes your life. And yes, it might feel scary because it's different. But then you realize like this is what I've wanted all along. This is actually the thing that I prayed for. So I'm walking you through this 30-day challenge. Now, inside of this 30-day challenge, what I'm so excited for is that every single day you're going to have a brain-based tool that's going to help you become less impulsive with food. 30 days, a brand new tool every single day to help you become less impulsive with food. These are like practical tools, not just like, okay, you're going to listen to your body. Well, like, just like, let's listen to your body and just tune in and how do you feel? Like none of that bullshit, okay? Like these are actual practical tools. Like the next time you feel a strong urge to binge, use this tool that will help you to not give in. The next time you're at a restaurant and the food is so good and you're full and you want to keep on eating, use this tool so you can actually stop. When you're at a social event and the food's in front of you and you're just like grazing, you want to graze. It's like you're talking to people, but you're not actually like present. You're like physically there. Mentally, you're thinking about like what else you're going to pick at. Like, what do I do in those moments? You're going to have tangible tools in the moment. No more listen to your body. Well, just don't buy the chocolate. Well, just like eat slower. Like those are such like not helpful advice. I remember when people would say like, just listen to your body. And I'm like, but my body's not telling me anything. So like, what do you mean? Or like, just go for a walk. And like, I'm going to go for a walk and like be thinking about what I'm going to eat when I get back. So that doesn't work. Well, like maybe figure out like why you binge and like, go back to your childhood. Like I don't have 25 years to go back to my childhood. Like I got shit to do. I'm this badass, ambitious person. Like, and plus my childhood was amazing. So I just know that I have to like rewire my brain because I've been so conditioned to believe that like these foods are good and like this is how you're supposed to eat. And if I don't eat perfectly, I get into this all or nothing mentality and I feel like the whole day's ruined and then I end up binging and I promise myself tomorrow's going to be better and then tomorrow comes and I'm like, no, but actually tomorrow will be better. This is a cycle. So if you want to stop feeling like you have to restart over every single Monday, if you actually want to start like not getting afraid of actually success and like having these binge-free days, but like turn the binge-free days into binge-free months. Like make this a sustainable process where you get your freedom back, you get your mental health back, you get your literally the space inside of your brain to be more present with your husband, more your children. You're less snappy, you're less irritable, you're more calm, grounded throughout the day. You're confident in your decisions. You can literally decide what to eat for breakfast within like 5 seconds of waking up. Like food is the least interesting part of your day. You feel normal around those foods that once controlled you, like the cookies and the chocolate and the sweets. And you want to learn this process of rewiring your brain because binge eating is a habit. The more times you do something, the stronger your urges become. And throughout this process, every day you have a tool that will help you become less impulsive with food. So I'm super excited. It's the daily trainings to become less impulsive with food. And then every single week, I'm live with you guys on Zoom, walking you through this 5-step root and rewire process that allowed me to stay binge-free for over 6 years. Not just have a binge-free month, not just have a binge-free 3 months, but actually do this sustainably for the rest of your life and not ever worry about old habits coming back. Whether you're on vacation, it's a holiday, it's a social event. Because once you rewire your brain, you've rewired it. These habits don't come back. If you're doing unrealistic things, like let me not buy the processed foods, let me try to not eat after 7 o'clock, well then, yeah, you have to keep doing that for the rest of your life. But what I want to help you with is actually getting to the root and rewiring your brain so these habits don't come back. You actually weaken your urges. You know how to stop giving in. Then your urges are going to become less intense. You don't even feel that pull, that urge to go into the pantry and eat an entire row of cookies when you're not hungry. So 30 days to rewire your brain. I'm so excited. If you feel like I have it all together in my life in so many areas except this whole food thing, like this challenge is really for you. If you feel like, Lorna, I know I shouldn't give in to my urges, but I keep giving in, this is for you. If you feel like, oh my gosh, like food is just on my mind 24/7, this is for you. And if you've tried other things like therapy or distracting yourself, staying busy, and you're like, I just want a freaking long-term solution. I want to actually learn from someone who's gotten this, who's been through this, because I'm tired of people not understanding me. I got your back. I got you. I got you. So you can message me the word rewire and I'll send you over the link to join. Yeah, Melissa says, I thought GLP-1 would help, but it hasn't. And like the thing, like, again, if you have to do something like externally, it's like you're going to have to keep on doing that, whether it's like, medication or any of these things, right? It's like, for me, like, I didn't want to have to do something like outside of me. It's like, I wanted to be the one that actually conquered this. Like, I want to know that I did this so that it's like I could be on vacation. I can be home alone. I could be anywhere with anyone and know that I'm in the driver's seat of my food choices. Like, nothing is suppressing my appetite. Nothing is quieting the food noise. Like, I actually put in the work to get here. Can you address the chew, spit, no longer binging, but that gives comfort of eating without uncomfortable fullness? But again, it's like, this is about rewiring your brain, right? Because right now it's like you're so used to doing it because it feels comfortable. And again, the more times you do it, the further this habit gets ingrained into your brain. And so again, having tangible tools to help you to not give into the first place will help you actually break these cycles. And again, going back to the identity piece, it's like, don't see yourself as this person, right? Recognizing that like it's actually not comfortable. I had a conversation with my clients the other day and I said, it's really easy to think like binge eating is like this comforting thing. It's pleasurable. It's joyful. Yes, but it's also, what else is it doing? It's, it's destroying your mental health. It's maybe impacting your intimacy. It's making you think about food in your body 24/7. And so when you recognize like it's actually not comfortable, like I'm telling myself that doing this thing is comfortable, but it's actually not comfortable. What's comfortable is sitting on the couch with a warm blanket. Like, that's true comfort. This is a false sense of comfort. And yes, it feels good. I get it in the moment. But when we actually think about it, it's not comfort. And so when you rewire your brain to be like, actually, this thing that I thought it feels comforting, it's a false sense of comfort. It's tricky, it's sneaky, it's actually not comfortable. And what's actually more comfortable is me living a life where food is not on my mind 24/7, where I'm in the driver's seat of my food choices, where I can throw on an outfit without like making a comment about my arms or my stomach, And so rewire your brain to be like, it's actually not comforting. Binge eating is not comforting. It's a false sense of pleasure. It's a false sense of safety. It's a false sense of comfort. Can I ask if meal prepping helps with binge eating, or is it still disordered eating? So again, it's the intention behind it. So I always call my clients badasses. Like, you guys are all badasses, right? And so the way that I see it is, if you want to be someone who is prepared, yeah, you got to have foods in the house, right? Like, I will not have nutritious foods in the house, but it's the way that you're thinking about it. So if you're meal prepping and you're like, okay, Tuesday, you need to have this for breakfast and this for dinner and this for lunch, and you can't stray away from it, that's disordered. Compared to, I have nutritious foods in the house, and also if I want to go out for dinner, I'm allowed to. If I want to stop here and grab something, I'm allowed to. If I want to bake one day, I'm allowed to. So it's more so the intention behind it. If it's rigid of like, but I made all these healthy foods so you can't go out for dinner, or you said you're going to have oats for breakfast on Monday and you want something else, that's disordered and that's toxic. And then when it comes to, like just having nutritious foods in the house, like, you guys do so much in a day, like coming home after a long ass day of work, like the last thing you're going to want to do is cook. And it's so easy to be like, I don't have the time. But actually, if you dedicate time to meal prepping, you're going to actually save yourself so much time throughout the day and the evening. So I think about it as like setting yourself up for success versus seeing it as like this disordered thing. Yeah. It's, when I say rewiring your brain, this is what I mean. Rewiring your brain is looking at the same situation in a different lens. So before, I used to see meal prepping as like I would spend hours on Sunday in the kitchen meal prepping everything, but like writing down, okay, Monday you're going to have this, and then for lunch you're going to have this, and then and it would be like perfect to a T. And God forbid I ate something off that plan, I'd be making myself so mad. Like, you spent 4 hours on Sunday. You spent 4 hours on Sunday prepping these meals, and now you ate something different. Now your whole freaking week is ruined. Like, I used to be so like mean to myself, and that used to feel so much like pressure. But meal prepping shouldn't feel like pressure. It should actually feel like a weight is lifted off of you, because it's like, oh, I can just go into the fridge and warm something up, or, have other things there. So it's the intention behind it. And if it feels like it gives you anxiety, what is making you anxious? Are you trying to be too perfect with it? Does it make your life easier? That's what meal prepping should be all about. Like, I just cook and batch like a bunch of stuff. And then I listen to my intuition and I'm like, what do I feel like tonight? And then based off of that, I'll go into the fridge and I'll have, whatever it is. So also, you don't have to be so rigid. It's not like, again, Monday you're going to have stew for dinner, on Tuesday you're going to have pizza, and then Wednesday you're going to have steak. It's like, maybe you cook a bunch of stuff and then you can decide. And again, some things you might like fresh. Like, I know steak, I like fresh. Chicken wings, I like fresh. Like, I'm not going to have chicken wings like the next day. It doesn't taste the same. Steak doesn't taste the same the next day. So again, obviously, you have to really see what works best for you. But it's the intention behind it. Check in with your body. How do you actually feel? And that will make the biggest difference. Okay. So if this resonated with you and you are looking for support, I'd invite you to come join us inside of the Rewire Your Brain to Stop Binge Eating 30-Day Challenge. I have compiled everything that I have learned. Oh my goodness, after spending 10 years battling this, feeling out of control with food, and thinking that I was broken, I was the exception, I was addicted to food, to learning how to actually rewire my brain, stop feeling so impulsive with food, quieting the food noise in my mind, and actually be able to stop eating when I'm comfortably full. Not stuffed, not until I'm bloated, not in the Last Supper mentality, like, better eat it all now because the diet starts tomorrow. And, I've learned from like the best coaches, the best mentors, the best trainers, and if you feel like nobody understands you, having actually somebody who's gone through this process will make you feel so less alone, and having other people part of the community who are literally thinking the exact same thoughts as you, who are going through the exact same things as you. You're going to finally be able to like exhale and stop thinking that there's something wrong with you. There's literally nothing wrong with you. Binging is a habit. And habits can be rewired. What's been wired can absolutely be rewired. So you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Come join us for these next 30 days. Just message me the word rewire and I'll send you over the link to join us. I'm so excited to help you get your brain back, help you get your mental real estate back, help you get your intimate life, your happiness back, your mental health back. That's all going to be so supportive for you. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you have any questions about that, you can just message me, but just message me the word rewire if you want the link and the details for that. So have a beautiful rest of your day, you guys, and we will see you guys soon. Okay. Bye, guys.